Hello, YouTube. This is Black Bear Hunter coming at you again. Co-host the Man Can. Here we are with the Laguinita Willetized Coffee Stout, aged in rye oak barrels, 12.9% ABV, aged on coffee and Willet rye whiskey. So yeah, it's a a good winner. I guess if you know anything about this stout, it was actually a perennial product out of Laguinita. They've been doing it for a while. I actually got onto it years ago. I guess you could say maybe 2012, 2011. I've been actually getting, their barrel aged version, which was Westified. They had a couple other random different types of barrel aged versions. This one in particular was I think part of the one hit scarcity one hitter series. And it was like, I think this one was like from 2016. I think they premiered it. It basically came out the next year. So with that being said, they premiered in 2016. I think they lost their contract with High West because it was basically High West was the mass produced version that they put out. I really enjoyed the High Westified version when I knew it was going out of business, or they basically lost their contract. I started to amass it and collect it because I wasn't sure if anything was going to come out. So what happened was they came out with this Willetized version. It was really good, but it just to me wasn't like out of the can. It wasn't as great, or out of the bottle, it wasn't as great as the High Westified, but it was really good. I just went back recently and had a 2017. It was damn near perfect. So here we are now with this version, the 2018, and all I can tell you is that I have a lot of expectations, being that it's the second year for them to mass produce this. So we're going to give it a try and see what they're talking about. So as far as I know, I remember the old version. It was 22 ounces in 2016. They had the 12-ounce six-pack last year, and this year I heard that there's just going to be 22 ounces, and I saw a few in the stores. They wanted like $10 for a 22 ounce, which is not too bad. But I guess I had got used to the 22 ounce six pack at like 12 or 13.99. That was really awesome. And if you know anything about Laguinita, with their, the 22 ounce bottles, they usually go for $3.99 to $4.99 a bottle. They made a habit and kind of got the customers used to having a really good, really good beer at a low price. And I love that format. So now, like I said, they want like $10 for a barrel aged beer, which is not bad. Not hard to live with. But at this, like I said, the local store I went to, they had 32 ounces for $9. I was like, okay, this is a perfect time to use my Man Can. So out I went with the growler, came back home, hooked up the keg attachments, and now I'm ready to pour. So here we go. Let's get a pour. So I'm going to use the good old handy dandy answer. So, I thought that there was a problem with this as far as like coming out so frothy. But then, I actually was talking to my friend who owns one himself, and he was like, oh, it's fine. It's no big deal. So, but if you look at this, He actually had the stout also, and he was saying he had it out of the bottle, and it was frothy out of the bottle. So this is what you get out of them. I mean, look at that head. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. I don't know if you can catch it in the camera, but it kind of reminds me like of Guinness, where you get a really, frothy head, a ton of lacing. Let me see, aroma wise, like you can smell a ton of chocolate, but then you can also smell the coffee. It's kind of malty, and it's pretty straightforward. And like I said, the presentation is, let me see, put this up to the light. No light gets through it. Really dark, dark black. Nice as you can see, a khaki head. Yeah, just tons of lacing and frothy. I mean, what more could you ask for from a stout? I can imagine that this is going to really have a really great mouthfeel, almost like having a Sunday morning, like a Sunday morning smoothie, Saturday morning smoothie, everyday morning smoothie. I'd probably crack a smoothie every morning, in my case. So, yeah, I mean, Untappd is giving it a 4.2, 4.22. Beer Advocate is giving it a 4.28. And we're gonna see which it falls closer to, but I want to say if Beer Advocate is giving it a 4.28, it says a lot. Untappd says 4.22. That says a lot, So I know last year, like I said, I was kind of with the beer. It was really good, but it just was not high Westified good. I really enjoy high Westified, but we'll see what this one is talking about. So let me see. It looked like it calmed down a little bit. It was a little angry earlier, but yeah, it's looking pretty good right now. So let's take a taste. Cheers, YouTube. Yeah, oh yeah. So, ooh, that bourbon. Wow. I mean, really good coffee. Coffee forward. That's a coffee forward. You really smooth delivery on that coffee. It's not bitter at all. You get a nice dose of bourbon and not overly aggressive on the bourbon. But it's if you like bourbon, you would love this. There's no doubt about that. Extremely mellow, a little warming on the back of your throat after it's going down, but not like alcohol warming. This is just the natural property of bourbon, but like I said, it's really tame. Like a little brown sugar to it, kind of sweet but not overly sweet. You get that little vanilla flavor, but I think that's from the wood. It's definitely a whiskey sipper. You know, this would pair well with a cigar. I don't smoke cigarettes. I'll do a cigar every once in a while, and that I can feel because I've done cigars with like some red wine or whatever, and that this is definitely in that class. Really refined. I can't wait to. If they don't bring out a 12-ounce bottle format, I'll go ahead and get maybe 622s. Price wise, it's not that bad. So I'd go ahead and rack up like 622s, sit on it, and I'd love to crack it in a year. And we can talk about it after I crack it in a year. So this definitely is a beer that I had to chase down. Right now you have CBS running around. I'm not in the mood to chase that. You have Bourbon County running around. all the different variants. There's only certain variants that I want. I'm not going to talk about those on here. I guess after I get a hold of them, we'll actually talk about them. But yeah, this definitely, if you want a beer that is, I guess, the quality of of one of the highly touted beers, the overpriced. No, I'm not going to say overpriced. The highly priced beers out there that, like I said, that are highly sought after. If you get a hold of it and you don't get enough that you don't want to drink them right away, but you definitely want a stout. This is that stout that you should get in place. Like, even if I skip a stout, which I have skipped a few stouts that I really thought about getting a little overpriced to me at the time. So I went ahead and purchased other stouts. But this one is definitely worth the effort. YouTube, check them out. I'm going to go ahead and kill this beer, and we'll talk again. Cheers, YouTube.